Hi, my name's Glenn Robertson. I'm CEO of Purechannels, the channel agency. We first started working with INFUSE earlier this year, so we've been working in partnership for less than a year, and it's been a fantastic year. We started working with INFUSE because an employee made the suggestion. It was a new employee, and they'd come to us from a much larger B2B agency, whereas we focus just on the channel. And they said, for what we need to do, you need to work with INFUSE. To the point where our first experience was so good that we didn't even go and research any competitors. We didn't look for any alternatives. The first experience from that very first contact, that very first interaction with the team and the great account managers and account directors that we've got was just so good. We haven't looked back ever since, and it's been a really, really good year and a great partnership with INFUSE so far. So if we look at what happened in the channel during COVID, one massive thing actually changed, and that was how partners go to market and generate leads with the end user. Because traditionally they'd always focused on the face-to-face interaction, and that stopped overnight in March of 2020. So as an agency, we had to look for new strategies and new ways of supporting vendors to support their partners to generate leads at the end user. And actually, I wish we'd have found INFUSE earlier, because they stepped in and did an amazing job. In all of the digital transformation that was accelerated through the pandemic, one thing remained, and that was a struggle that partners had to generate leads at the end user. We, as Purechannels, working with INFUSE, were able to bridge that gap and provide a brilliant solution that enabled partners to continue selling on good, qualified, validated leads that they had never been able to do before. And rather than try and learn to do it themselves, they could concentrate on the thing that they were good at, which is selling, whilst we concentrated with INFUSE on generating the demand and the leads that could enable them to have the conversations that they needed to have. So actually what INFUSE helped us to do was to continue to provide vendors, disties and partners with opportunities to sell more during a time when marketing, go-to-market, demand gen and lead gen was really taking a hit from the traditional face-to-face piece that the channel has always thrived on, as it moved into the more digital piece that everybody was kind of struggling with. So the way that INFUSE helped us as an agency was to enable us to continue to provide those leading edge services which our clients have come to know us for at a time when other people were struggling. And that was essential to actually the rapid growth that we also saw during a time of pandemic and COVID for a couple of years. It's really interesting because we've been impressed with so much from INFUSE, and it would be really easy for us to sit here and kind of go, the process, the solution, the fact that we get delivered these leads through the content syndication and the placement and and the amazing audience reach that INFUSE has. But actually, the most important thing that I believe has made the absolute difference is the people. The people that are in INFUSE and that help us and that work with us and that are ultimately what drive the partnership with us, they're what make the difference. I will name names: Jody, Natasha, David, of course, have been absolutely essential to the development of the partnership that we have with INFUSE. And I think without the levels and the quality of those people and the emphasis that they place on pursuing excellence in customer service and customer success, and helping us to make the most of what we need INFUSE to deliver, that's what's really impressed me, and that's what really, really makes the difference. Yes, the tech is great, and yes, what is delivered is amazing, but without the people, I don't think it would be anywhere near as good. And so that's where I'm placing the emphasis on what's impressed us most about INFUSE. So from me, it's a massive thumbs up, and I speak for the rest of the team as well, because INFUSE, and I've already mentioned the people at INFUSE, have made this transition so easy for us that that has also been passed on to making it so easy for our clients, which means that transformation that I spoke about earlier from face-to-face through COVID into a much more accelerated digital environment, that transition for everybody has been so smooth. It's not only been smooth, it's been super successful. And what that means is, I'm going to continue to use INFUSE. We, the channel agency, are going to continue to use INFUSE and not look elsewhere. And we would also not hesitate recommending INFUSE to, well, quite literally anybody that we speak to. So massive thumbs up and a big thank you. It's been a really good first year of our partnership, and I look forward to many more. Thank you.